Southwest 35, 71 wind shear alert here on the short final, plus 25 and minus 15 knots on the final there.
Southwest 3571 negative. Can we get a holding pattern or some delay vectors?
During this part of the conversation, ATC issues a wind shear alert, one of the biggest red flags a pilot can receive when coming in for landing. The controller clarifies the severity of the wind shear, a 25-knot gain followed by a 15-knot loss on final approach. That means the aircraft could suddenly gain speed, then immediately lose it, potentially causing a fatal stall just above the runway. So instead of risking a fatal landing, they request a holding pattern or delay vectors, essentially asking ATC for a place to circle safely while they wait for better conditions. But there's an unspoken question here. How much fuel do they have left? Holding for too long could push them into a fuel emergency, forcing them to land whether it's safe or not.
3571, cancel approach, clearance, maintain 4,000, heading 360.
360, maintain 4,000, Southwest 3571.
Southwest 3571, you can turn right direct B-more, hold north of B-more at, 3,000 and be standard turn, 10-mile leg.
This is the point where the crew is entering a new challenge, fuel management while holding. Here, ATC directs them toward a holding fix, a designated airspace where aircraft can circle while waiting for landing clearance. This is where the stakes start rising. Holding means burning fuel.
Okay, right turn to B-more, north of B-more, standard right turns, 10-mile legs, hold north, Southwest 3571 at B-more.
Plus 3571, amend the altitude, hold at B-more at 4,000.
Yes, sir. Hold north of B-more at 4,000, or right-hand mile leg, Southwest 3571.
Southwest 1887, 4 miles from UEP, maintain 2,500 till established. Clear RNAV Yankee, approach runway 15 right.
This is a big moment. ATC clears them for an RNAV approach to runway 15R. This means they are now authorized to begin descending for landing using GPS navigation instead of ground-based beacons. But unfortunately, as we will see in the next exchange, an unforeseen situation arises. Another aircraft is also navigating this busy airspace. The situation suddenly has become more complicated.
2,500 to establish, cleared RNAV Yankee 158, Southwest 1887. Approach Southwest 1789.
So 1789 on Potomac.
Hey, we want to wait until he starts getting towards the runway to see how his inbound is before we start heading in there. We can just hold on the approach or something like that, but we want to see how his ride is.
I'll have more information for you as your company makes it in towards Baltimore.
This is a crucial exchange. Another aircraft, possibly another Southwest jet, is waiting for 3571 to land before making its own approach. There's hesitation here. Someone wants to delay their own landing until they see if 3571 can actually make it in. Meanwhile, fuel continues to burn and the tension continues to rise.
3571 west, we kind of have the same idea. I just wanted to confirm the altitude 4,000 on the hold.
So 3571, climb and maintain 5,000.
Hit 5,000, Southwest 3571 entering the hold over B-more 5,000.
So 3571, thank you, Baltimore, altimeter 2952. You can expect further clearance in 20 minutes, time now 17280.
During this communication, ATC instructs them to climb back up to 5,000 feet, possibly to deconflict with other traffic. And then the worst-case scenario happens. ATC tells them they won't have landing clearance for another 20 minutes. The tension is at its highest. They're running out of time.
Southwest 3571, we'd like to get set up for the approach when you're able.
Aircraft landing Baltimore 737 landing, we reported a gain of 25 knots, loss of 10 knots at 1,000 feet, landing runway 15 right. So 3571, thank you. Reduce speed to 170, descend to maintain 3,000.
Speed 170, descend to maintain 3,000, Southwest 3571.
Southwest 3571, 6.5 miles from B-more, maintain 2,500 till established. Chris RNAV Yankee, approach runway 15 right.
2,500 till established, Cliff RNAV Yankee to 15 right, South 3571. Tower low, Southwest 3571, RNAV Yankee 15 right.
Southwest 3571 Baltimore, tower hello, runway 15 right, clear to land, the wind 160 at gust 32, gain of 25 knots, loss of 50 knots at 1,000 feet on final, 115 right, clear to land.
Copy all, clear to land 15 right, Southwest 3571.
Southwest 3571, go around, we're heading, climb and maintain 3,000.
Runway heading 3,000, South 3571.
Southwest 3571, Potomac approach.
Yes, sir, with you now, 3,000 heading 130.
Southwest 3571, Potomac radar contact, Baltimore altimeter 2951. Say reason for the miss.
Yeah, it was just severe turbulence and, I'm sorry, moderate turbulence and then that wind shear. We were just unstable. We'd like to get vectors to Philly as our alternate.
At this point, things are escalating. The crew of Southwest 3571 is trying to set up for their approach into Baltimore, but the wind conditions are becoming increasingly dangerous. During the first part of this exchange, ATC informs them that another aircraft, a Boeing 737, has reported a sudden wind gain of 25 knots with a 10-knot velocity shift at 1,000 feet. This is a red flag, but the crew, acknowledging the report, continues preparing for approach. However, moments later the wind conditions intensified even more, and the crew had to abort the landing and prepare for a go-around diversion to Philadelphia. Now the situation has evolved into a full-blown fuel emergency.
Hello, Southwest 3571, 9,000. We have information hotels requesting 17.
Southwest 3571, expect Dallas Zulu, runway 17, descend maintain 7,000. Just stay on your present heading for now.
Present heading, maintain 7,000. We'll expect 17, South 3571.
Attention aircraft, ATC India is current at Philadelphia. Philly altimeter is 29er, 59er. Current surface winds are 180 at 23, gust 35. 180 degrees, 23 knots, gusting 35.
Tower low, South 3571, ILS 17.
South 3571, Philly tower, runway 17, clear to land, 17024, gust 35.
Clear to land 17, South 3571.
And attention aircraft, 15 knots, gain, reported short final, runway 17.
Did you say 15 or 50?
15, 15.
Okay.
Southwest 3571, go around, fly runway heading, climb maintain 3,000.
Alright, runway heading 3,000, Southwest 3571.
Southwest 3571, contact approach 124.35.
2435, South 3571. Departure, Southwest 3571 with you, 3,000, runway heading.
After the terrifying wind shear encounter in Baltimore, Southwest 3571 is now in Philadelphia, hoping for a smoother landing. But as they check in with the Philly approach, it's clear that Mother Nature isn't making this easy, and 3571 once again was forced to abort landing in Philadelphia due to a wind shear.
We are declaring minimum fuel at this time. We need to get vectors to JFK.
Southwest 3571, roger, and for now, climb maintain 7,000. I'll have a clearance for you shortly.
Maintain 7,000, South 3571.
Southwest 3571, would you like to stay at 5,000 or would you like to go to 10,000?
10,000, please.
Southwest 3571, roger, climb maintain 10,000.
Maintain 10,000, Southwest 3571.
Southwest 3571, you are cleared to Kennedy via radar vectors. Maintain 10,000, and for now fly heading 080 vectors to Kennedy.
We'll go to JFK via vectors, maintain 10,000, we're in the left turn 080, South 3571.
Southwest 3571, climb maintain 11,000, and contact New York Center 118.97. Have a good one.
1897, thanks for your help, Southwest 3571.
Yep, not a problem.
Southwest 3571, 10.2 for 11,000, we're on heading 080, and
Southwest 3571, roger, they didn't, but actually they called me now, so I will show you minimum fuel. Go direct to Cameron, C-A-M-R-N, and from there you can expect radar vectors to Kennedy.
Alright, direct to Cameron now, and we'll expect radar vectors up to South 35.
And Southwest 3571 approach just was asking some questions. I guess they don't see Southwest going into Kennedy ever. You are landing Kennedy, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We were a diversion from Baltimore first, then Philly.
Oh, okay. So Baltimore, Philly, and now going to Kennedy.
Yes.
And what was going on in Philly? Was it the weather?
Yeah, the weather was coming in. We got a wind shear warning, so we had to go around, and that's after we already went around in Baltimore, so it was a fun day.
Here things take another, even more dramatic turn. The pilots check back in with departure and drop a chilling statement, declaring minimum fuel. They need to land soon, or they risk running out of fuel in mid-air. Now they're diverting to JFK in New York. The stakes are higher than ever, and this landing attempt has to be successful. Otherwise, the consequences will be fatal.
Yeah, it sucks. Well, contact approach 2812. They'll probably have a few more questions for you, but 2812, they'll get you in there.
2812. You think we'll be going to JFK on our own?
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Approach Southwest 3571. We're at 11,000, heading 100, and we are declaring emergency minimum fuel. Emergency fuel at this time. We need priority handling to runway 22 right at Kennedy.
At Southwest 3571, you can approach flight heading 040, vector ILS, runway 22 right approach. How much fuel remaining in pounds?
All right, 040. Right now we have 3,400 pounds. I'm sorry, we have stand by. Right now we have 4,100 for Southwest 3571.
Roger. Southwest 3571, descend pilot's discretion. I don't need you to descend, but you can descend pilot's discretion to maintain 8,000.
PD 8,000, South 3571.
After multiple diversions and a dwindling fuel supply, Southwest 3571 is now on approach to JFK. But the situation has escalated. The crew just confirmed only 4,100 pounds of fuel remaining and, as such, declared a minimum fuel emergency. This declaration changes everything. By officially calling it an emergency, ATC had to prioritize their landing above all other traffic. As a result, air traffic control facilitated a priority approach.
Southwest 3571, when you have it, just the people on board, please. How many?
178 for Southwest 3571.
Roger, thank you. Southwest 3571, contact final 132.4.
32-4, thanks for the help, South 3571.
Southwest 3571, fields at you 11 o'clock in about 10 miles.
We have the field, South 3571.
Southwest 3571, cleared visual approach, runway 22 right, speed is your discretion, contact the tower 123.9er.
Clear for visual 22 right, over to tower, good day, thanks for the help, South 3571.
Southwest 3571, Kennedy Tower. Kennedy altimeter 2972. Wind 180 at 18 gust 24, runway 22 right, clear to land.
Clear to land on 22 right, South 3571.
Flight 3571 successfully landed on runway 22R at JFK without incident. All 178 passengers and crew members disembarked safely.